Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sheer will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of an unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said. And so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of the famous Chicago skyline. An appropriate dramatic setting for our game today at Chicago Stadium. Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation of today's game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me courtside, Clark Kellogg. And across the way on the sidelines, David Aldridge. We should be in for a great game here. Clark, it's the Chicago Bulls taking on the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
I'm ready for a good one, partner. Listen to these Chicago fans. Extremely excited to get this underway and see two All-Stars, Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan, go at it. This could be an outstanding scoring contest between these two.
You said it. Buckle in. Clark, part of what makes Wilkins and Jordan so exceptional is how many ways they can get points.
Yeah, they score a lot of different ways, Kevin. Their offensive games are really versatile and complete. They can knock down threes, hit the mid-range jumper, and you know they both can do damage at the rim.
And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright, in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scoring threats, and I know their teams are expecting each of them to be the difference makers out there as they try to get the W.
And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright, in the middle.
Pretty good defense that time from John Paxson, not being shy about getting up in the shooter's face there.
Jordan, the pass to Paxson. Jordan against Webb. And Jordan throws it down.
Boy, listen to this Chicago crowd erupting. What a jam by Michael Jordan.
You know, often, Clark, it's the team's respective leader who sets the tone for their whole squad.
You are correct, partner. So if Jordan or Wilkins can manage to get off to a hot start, that could spread to the other guys and get their whole team rolling early.
That's a good point. You know, Clark, in some ways, this game could come down to either Jordan's or Wilkins. And who scores the most? Outperforming the other could seal the game for their team.
And, Kevin, that's exactly what we'll be keeping a close eye on. Which one is leading in the point column? Because I agree, the winner of that duel very well could decide this thing.
Oh, what a duel it's going to be. And now for a little background on this superstar matchup, here's David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jordan and Dominique have met up in the slam dunk contest twice, each winning once. Just last year that Jordan won over Dominique in one of the most talked about and controversial dunk contests ever. I know fans are hoping we'll see the tie-breaking contest between the two someday. Maybe they'll settle for tonight's game. Back to you.
David, I can see it in my mind's eye. Those two going at it. Clark, no question. They're two of the most skilled dunkers in today's game.
Mind the lanes.
And Kevin, it's just another thing that makes these meetings so electrifying, so must-see TV. Hard to beat getting to watch two gifted scorers like this go at each other.
And the athleticism is right just off the charts. The #1 objective, Clark, of this Bulls defense has to be limiting Dominique Wilkins' looks. They've got to contain that incredible scoring of his.
Kevin, you're all over it. Right on point. I mean, if Chicago can't disrupt his usual scoring, then they're in for a long night and some real trouble.
Something that could be a difference maker in this one is Moses Malone's dominance on the glass.
I agree. I mean, Chicago is going to have to fight extremely hard to beat Malone to rebounds. He's relentless in pursuing them, especially offensive boards. But limiting the Hawks' second chance points, I think, is essential for this Bulls team.
Good observation. Here's Concat. 5 on the clock. Here's Rivers, and the rejection by Pippen.
Pippen putting in the work to get there for the denial. That was really a nice hustle play.
Jordan right side. Over Rivers. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got his third basket of the night. Wilkins and Jordan. A couple of talented one-on-one players who are both going to be seeking mismatches in this one.
And, you know, Kevin, if you're on either of these teams, you've got to be ready to come at Jordan and Wilkins defensively. Don't let them dictate things. Low-effort defense, not going to get it done because they'll take advantage of that fully.
Oof. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw drops from Malone.
You know, Moses Malone is a true two-way player. He's an outstanding talent on both ends of the floor, able to score in dominating fashion, and really a ferocious rebounder.
The Hawks making a switch here. Willis is checked in. Now here's Jordan. He has 7. It's Pippen on the wing. No good from outside. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. A nice shot by Rivers. Clark, I know the Bulls are hoping for big things this year after making it all the way to the conference finals a season ago.
You know, I think Chicago proving they can handle teams like these Hawks could be a really good sign for them as they look to become a more dominant and consistent force in this league. Pippen's so creative at drawing fouls. Just baits the defenders into fouling him so he can get to the line.
The Bulls have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Tony's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Fires from the line. Rivers can't get it to go. Some fresh competition, Clark, for the Bulls and Hawks in the league this year, with 2 expansion teams coming to the NBA in Orlando and Minnesota.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, these teams are focused on the game at hand. That's pretty obvious, but this is a very interesting time for the NBA. A lot of new talent and a new landscape.
A lot of growing indeed.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And it's Pippen in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Pippen's got 5 now.
Three-point shooting, one of the strengths of Scottie Pippen's game.
Paxson against Tony. There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Malone. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Chicago leading by 4. Jordan down low. He's defended by Wilkins.
There's not a place on the floor where Jordan can't hurt you. Efficient is what he is.
Tony with it. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Grant against Willis. Inside. Here's Wilkins. The pass to Rivers. Willis with a screen on Pippen. Rivers gets a wide open look. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
He was doing whatever he wanted to out there. I love how he closed out this quarter.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Bulls lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after the... Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago as the second quarter gets underway. It's been an exciting game so far between the hometown Chicago Bulls and the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
For the Bulls, they've got a new coach at the helm this season. With Phil Jackson, this is his first stint as a head coach here in the NBA.
And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Antoine Carr, Webb out there with Rivers. Then it's Wilkins, and it's Malone in at the center. Here's Grant. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Webb going inside, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Pippen. Jackson, of course, a former player, a former assistant under Doug Collins in Chicago. And Clark, I hear he's got some interesting ideas when it comes to on-court strategy.
Well, Kevin, you know, he's certainly got some good pieces to test those ideas out with. There's no denying that. But what I think matters most is that the guys seem to relate to him and like him. Chemistry between players and head coaches is critical.
Well, you know, you played a long time, and you know how important that connection can be.
That's a very key deal.
Now looking back at the opening quarter, Clark, Jordan managed to stay ahead of Wilkins in points scored.
Yeah, really good start for him, Kevin, in that regard, but can he keep doing that the entire game?
Right. First free throw is good.
You know, the separator with Jordan from other guys is his drive. That's obvious in my mind. He wants to win more than most anybody else out there on the floor.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
The Hawks and the Bulls, when you look at the measurables of teams and players, pretty standard for the league, with explosively athletic backcourts and then quite a bit of size down low, too.
And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
Really crafty play that time by Jordan. Good decision. The defense was locked in on him, so he gave it away.
With the step back. Webb dishes to Malone. Over Jordan. Malone, good. Like we were talking about size, both of these teams start a 7-footer at center.
Yeah, you know, Koncak and Cartwright are very imposing at that position, Kevin, and then you get Grant and Malone are paired evenly at 6'10", so, hey, there's no way this game is not going to be physical in the paint.
That'll be a battle for sure. Michael's game goes to an even higher level when Atlanta enters this building. It's a rivalry that Jordan welcomes each and every time. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Hawks. It's a 5-point game. Clark, how do you think the Bulls have done so far in defending Dominique Wilkins?
I think they've done a solid job, quite honestly. I mean, they've taken away the easy looks for him, and they're making him work for every shot. Kevin, that's really all you want to do against a great scorer like Wilkins.
Yeah, make him work for every bucket. That's a good point. The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. Livingston's checked in for Moses Malone. That one is no good. The Bulls leading by 4. So far, Michael Jordan has been getting just about everything he wants on the offensive end.
And that's not unexpected, but, you know, that doesn't bode well for the Hawks as Wilkins has been unable to answer Jordan with shots of his own, which I think says a lot about the job the Chicago defense is doing.
I agree. Carr with the screen on Pippen. Here's Rivers. Livingston. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, you got to appreciate how consistent these Atlanta Hawks have been. I mean, season to season, even while going through some roster shakeups, they've been steady. The signature airtime of the one and only Michael Jordan going upstairs for the dunk.
The Hawks trail by 6. Wilkins in the post. Jordan's there. Now here's Rivers, defended by Pippen. Carr against Cartwright. Here's Rivers. The baseline jumper goes down. Rivers has got 7.
Very comfortable and confident from this range. Doc Rivers connected.
Clark, as we know, last year the Hawks were able to hit 50 wins for the 4th consecutive season.
And Kevin, I think that speaks to obviously the product on the floor, but the quality of their organization too. I mean, these are players and coaches who just know how to win games.
To the paint. And Wilkins with the stuff.
Boy, nice setup with the pass, and Wilkins bounces up knowing just what to do with it.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Paxson outside. Back to Jordan. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls. Let's go to David Aldridge, who has some inside info on the Chicago Bulls.
Hey, Kevin, when you talk to the coaching staff and you say, what's the key to success against the Hawks, they have a one-word answer. Michael. They expect big numbers from Jordan, probably exceeding his average of 35 points from last season. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, that's good stuff there, David. Sometimes, Clark, the answer is that simple, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to complicate it, especially when you're talking about Jordan, because he does make it really simple. Although he's not a one-man show, his whole team is going to have to still step up.
And they take pride in that, don't they? Helping this very special talent do what they've got to do.
Yeah, they're pros, and they get their checks twice a month, too.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Reale, he checked in for Livingston. And it's Tony in for Webb. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. You've got to appreciate a dunk like that, even if you're wearing an Atlanta jersey. My goodness.
Michael Jordan, MJ. It really doesn't get much better than this.
Smith on the wing, guarded by Paxson. Smith, the pass to Wilkins. Over Jordan. Here's Concat. That shot, no good.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the technical free throw is good.
A low-key high riser, Kenny the Jet Smith, gets up like very few guards in the league do.
Outside, Willis. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Smith right side. Wilkins against Jordan. 4 on the shot clock. Tony, no luck. Michael Jordan on the wing. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. So welcome back, everyone, to the third quarter of this contest between the Bulls and the Hawks, where Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins have been going at it. Bulls leading by 9.
And as this second half gets underway, the defensive ability of the Hawks and Bulls only become more important. You got to limit your opponents down the stretch, and both of these teams have the ability to do that.
They've got Pippen. Cartwright is out there with Grant, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Paxson in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Here's Rivers, looking for Wilkins. He gets it there. Outside Jordan, and they double up Jordan. Kicks it to Pippen. Back to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. And he lays it straight in. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter. We were talking about this before, but Clark, some very capable defenders on both sides of the floor.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, the duo of Pippen and Jordan, so effective at wreaking havoc and forcing turnovers. And the Hawks have Doc Rivers, who can hassle ball handlers. He's physical as a backcourt defender, as well as Moses down low to eat that glass and block shots, too.
Yeah, both are fun to watch. We're going over the numbers from the first half, Clark. Jordan was able to top Wilkins in scoring in the first. Down it goes!
Take that rack
What a
down!
slam!
Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
You know, I can imagine that coach is giving them an earful about what's happening in the paint. They've got to clean that up.
Here's Wilkins. They need this, and it's Wilkins finishing it off. Dominique raising the intensity with that one. This matchup with the Bulls brings out his absolute best. Grant with a screen on Wilkins. Oh, Jordan! Back and forth we go. Neek and MJ.
These Hawks have a trusted and capable leader steering the ship, and that's Coach Mike Fratello. He won Coach of the Year for his work with this team in the '86 season.
Here's Malone. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Grant. Jordan way outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Yeah, an experienced coach who knows his team inside and out. That's Mike Fratello. Clark, do you think that gives the Hawks an advantage?
I think it could, Kevin. I mean, Coach Fratello will have an easier time seeing what his team needs out there and will know what adjustments best suit this squad.
The Hawks have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight. 6 of 9 to be exact. And that one falls for Webb.
You know, Webb is known for being a high flyer. Despite being just 5'6", this guy can get up in the air like very few can. And he knows how to put on the show. He's an entertainer, a high flyer, but he's also a pretty well-rounded player, too.
Livingston's checked in for Concat.
When you think about Michael Jordan, you think about scoring, putting the ball in the basket. But he does a lot of other stuff out there as well, like moving the ball effectively.
You know, we touched on it. Last year, Michael Jordan Clark was actually 8th in the league in total assists. He was a top 10 assist guy.
It's not something that comes to mind when you think about him, but it's very impressive nonetheless, Kevin. Shows you what kind of leader he is. He knows he's got to get his teammates involved and work well with them for his team to be its best.
Yeah, he's a terrific facilitator.
No doubt.
And both free throws good for Jordan. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Webb against Paxson. Pass to Livingston. And here is Wilkins. Just 5 to shoot. Malone, the pass to Webb. Here's Livingston. Some solid defense from Grant. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run. Oh, Jordan taking flight and then slammed in by Jordan.
Pretty artful dribbling display by Jordan there, and it completely baffled the defender.
A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Malone. Grant gets the rebound. And so Grant will bring it up for the Bulls. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. For the Hawks, Kevin Willis has checked in for Malone. And Smith subbed in for Webb. The Hawks trail by 19. As we get deeper into this game, Clark, it has been all Jordan offensively, as we can see, leaving Dominique well behind him.
You know, I didn't think it would be this one-sided. I mean, Jordan has just been operating at a totally different level, and Dominique has not managed to match that intensity or production.
You're so right. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Jordan's got a lot of flash to his game. A terrific guard, loves getting tricky with his ball handling and creating shots for himself.
55 seconds left to play here in the third. Smith scanning the floor. It's Wilkins on the wing. Shoots over Jordan. Antoine Carr. He's checked in for the Hawks. Tony comes in for Doc Rivers.
Team foul. Now in the lineup for the Hawks, Antoine Carr.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-4 run. Here in the third quarter, the Bulls, Clark, have managed to be pretty effective when it comes to defending Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, you know, their focus, Kevin, in terms of defending him, I think has really been good. Really good. And I think you can tell it started to frustrate Dominique a bit.
You can. The Hawks trail by 21. Here's Smith. And the shot is long. Outside Jordan. Three seconds left. Oh, my, what a point.
Well, Jordan is something to watch slamming home the ball, man. This guy is really strong and does it with force.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone. We get into the fourth quarter of this thrilling game between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. And this crowd is feeling it.
As this game wears on, you have to be so conscious of Michael Jordan. I mean, he's got something of a reputation for being a closer, and that's an understatement. He finds a way to push himself beyond his limits to come up with clutch points when his team needs it most.
Chicago leading by 23 on the court for Atlanta. Oh, wow!
Good find there by Grant. He's a really solid decision maker who plays within himself and within his role.
And here's Tony. Pass to Malone. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
And Clark, as we come toward the end of this game, winding our way toward the finish line, the Bulls are doing all they can to limit Dominique Wilkins' production.
And it's working. They're making a strong effort to keep Wilkins from getting a lot of shot attempts.
Pippen against Tony. Wilkins up top. 6 to shoot. Looking to get it going. The rebound by Cartwright. Cartwright's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Pippen from downtown. Antoine Carr grabs the miss. And it's the Hawks ball. Wilkins the pass to Tony. And it's in there. Tony's got his first bucket in this one.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And Jordan gets it to go.
You know, something I like about both of these teams, the Bulls and the Hawks, is the experience they have, the range of experience. I mean, you've got younger guys like John Koncak and Horace Grant, and then you've got the seasoned veterans like Moses and Bill Cartwright. It's a really good balance.
Here's Tony. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Now, here's Jordan. Tries it from 19. Again, Chicago. Clark, I've always wondered how valuable you think it is for younger players to get a chance to play alongside more experienced players.
Kevin, I think it's crucial and absolutely vital. Older guys have a way of being able to teach a young star so much about patience and which battles you fight and which ones you let go and how you carry yourself as a pro and all of the nuances of playing in the NBA. Good veterans can help young players set the tone for the rest of their careers.
Oh, that's a great answer. And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's so crafty in the pick and roll. He's unpredictable and hard to stop in these situations.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Webb the pass to Wilkins. Wilkins draws the double. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Horace Grant. First free throw is good, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Koncak's checked in for Malone. Willis comes in for Antoine Carr. Livingston's checked in for Wilkins, and Smith subbed in for Spud Webb. Here's Jordan. To the middle, here's Cartwright, and the jam by Bill Cartwright.
Textbook. This is how you run screen and rolls. Cartwright being rewarded for the aggressive and quick slash off the pick.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Pippen's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Jordan, and Jordan throws it down.
Staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has got to tighten up.
Down low, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
The Jet that time quick to find the open teammate there.
And they double up Jordan. Here he goes. Oh, wow, man.
Not coasting to victory. They're running through the tape. Run through that finish line.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tony the pass to Willis. And it's Willis finishing it off.
Well, they haven't given up. They've certainly not quit. Got to give them a lot of credit for that.
It's been a one-sided affair for sure.
It is obvious and clear who the better team is.
Now, Jordan. Shot clock at 6. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Boy, you take a look at that jump shot of Jordan's, effortless and impeccable in its mechanics.
Chicago foul. Michael Jordan. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
The free throw drops for Smith.
Kenny Smith taking 2 shots.
Smith hits them both. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
You know, once Jordan makes his move to the basket, he has no intention of stopping, which makes it hard to slow his progress.
And the Chicago Bulls, Clark, managed to pull out the win here tonight with Michael Jordan delivering a terrific performance to overcome Wilkins and these Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, Kevin, able to beat Dominique's offensive talents once again. Always special, though, to watch these two go at it head-to-head. MJ got the better of Dominique this time.
He did tonight. But looking beyond just the two stars, Clark, as you like to say, this was a team win.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, Jordan cleared and made the way, but the rest of the Bulls did a terrific job keeping up with them and putting a lot of pressure on this Hawk squad. Well done by the Bulls.
This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. See you later.